Have you ever set a goal that you're super motivated to achieve, but after just a month or two, motivation starts to dwindle and burnout creeps in? In this video, I'm going to help you not only set business goals, but learn how to break them down and create a plan so that you can actually achieve them. Be sure to hit subscribe and the bell button to be notified every time I post a new video about productivity or entrepreneurship. I love helping entrepreneurs and business owners with their productivity and planning inside of their business, and I'm so excited to help you set your goals and create a roadmap so that you can achieve them. Creating a plan is going to help you avoid procrastination. It's also going to help you be able to be disciplined throughout the year because you're not waiting for motivation to strike for you to actually work on your goals each week. Please don't worry about writing everything I say down or memorizing what I have to say because I created a roadmap specifically for this video to help you create and break down your goals. You can find the download link inside of the description below. Be sure you snag that download to get the most out of this video. It follows along with exactly what I'm going to teach you now. Okay, so before deciding exactly which goals you want to set, we need to get your creative juices flowing and your brain warmed up. And my favorite exercise to do this is brain dumping. So you'll first start by setting a 10-minute timer, and you're just going to write down any of the goals or wishes or hopes that you have for this year. Really anything that pops into your mind. This is not about being perfect. Here you just want to really get thinking and brainstorm and just let whatever pops in your head be written down, and then we're going to review it a little bit later. Once you finish your brain dumping exercise, you're just going to set that page aside, and now you're going to focus on your priorities for the current year. I really want you to keep in mind, what kind of season are you currently in? Because priorities, they often change from quarter to quarter or season to season. We always have different times in our lives and different things that are happening. So really think about, where are you currently at? If you just had a baby, then likely your priorities look different than they did last year. Or if you are trying to write a book, obviously your priorities have shifted some this year. So really think about, what are your current priorities? What's most important to you in your life right now? Something really important to mention in regards to your priorities is it's not just about your business. You really want to think about your life as a whole when it comes to identifying your priorities. So what I want you to do is you're going to identify 5 priorities max. All of our priorities look different from one another, but what I want you to think about is, what are your personal or family or friends or financial or business priorities, and then you're going to identify 5 of them and write them down. Now, these can either be super simple, where you just write down a couple words, or you can write down a full sentence of what's most important to you and what your priorities are. For some reason, people like to skip this step, and it's super important because identifying your priorities is the foundation to creating good goals. So do not skip it, please. And just in case you're struggling to think of what your priorities are, I have a few examples for you. This year, you could be really focusing on your health and your fitness and what you're eating, or it could be spending more time with your family, working less hours inside of your business, earning a higher income this year, pursuing your passion, like finally writing that book you wanted to write, or volunteering in your community, or so much more. That definitely wasn't an exhaustive list, and yours are going to look different than mine, but I really want you to think about, what do you cherish most in your life and what really lights you up? So what do you want to spend more of your time doing, and what do you want to focus on more this year? In the past, when you've set goals, did you always start off with listing your priorities? I really want to know, so let me know in the comments. Just type a yes or a no. Now that you've brain dumped and you've identified your priorities, what I want you to do is grab both of those sheets and you're going to compare them. What you're really looking for here is, do your goals that you brain dumped and the priorities you listed, are they in alignment? This step is really crucial because if your priorities and your goals conflict with one another, you're going to feel super unbalanced and you're going to get frustrated throughout the year. So an example would be, if you listed that you wanted to earn more income this year, you really need to make sure that the goals you brainstormed and created, they support you earning more of an income. If the goals you brainstormed and the priorities you set, if they are in alignment, then great, you're ready to go. We can move on. If for some reason your priorities and the goals that you brain dumped on your worksheet, if they don't align and they're conflicting with one another, then what you're going to want to do is you're going to reread your priorities and you're going to confirm that those are actually your priorities. So an example of where it'd really be conflicting is, say you want to work less hours, spend more quality time with your family. But then you look at your goals, and all of your goals that you wrote down for your business are super huge stretch goals that are going to cause you to work way more. Then you need to figure out what's most important to you. Or do you really want to work less hours? And is that your priority? Or is your business your priority? And once you confirm and figure out what your priorities actually are, I want you to then look at your goals brain dumping worksheet, and you're going to cross off every single goal on there that doesn't align with your priorities. Once you've done that, it's time to actually set your yearly or main goals for your business. But here's the thing, you only get to choose 3 main business goals for the year. Why? Because business is only one part of your life. And if you choose to create 10 business goals in the beginning, likely you're not going to achieve them. You're going to burn out. You're going to feel overwhelmed and frustrated because you're neglecting all the other areas in your life. So for this video and for this exercise, you're creating 3 business goals. So that way it leaves you room to create a personal goal if you want, or a family or spiritual or financial goal. So only 3 business goals. Please don't cheat. Before you write down your 3 business goals, though, I want to let you know that each of your goals, they need to have 4 things. Number 1 is your goals must be written down to be taken seriously. And I know that sounds super simple and easy, but I can't tell you how many times I come across entrepreneurs or business owners and they have goals, but they've never actually written it down in a notebook or on paper or in a Word document or anywhere so that they can actually break it down and track them. So make sure you write your goals down. Number 2, your goals need to be time specific. So it needs to be for a specific time frame. So I like to do yearly goals for my big goals. If you want to do quarterly goals, that's fine, but just make sure they are time specific. This is really going to help you with your accountability and with measuring and tracking the progress on your goals. Number 3 is they must be detailed. If you are missing details inside of your goals, I guarantee you're going to feel frustrated later when you're creating action steps for those goals. The more detailed you can be, the easier it is to create a plan for your goal. Now, I'm not saying you have to write a paragraph for each goal. If you want to, great, but it can also be a simple sentence. So an example of a detailed goal is, I want to increase my email subscriber list by 500 this year. And then an example of a vague goal would be, I want more email subscribers, or something along those lines, not giving a time frame or the amount that you want to increase your subscriber list by. So please make sure your goals are specific and detailed because it's really going to help you when it comes to creating a plan. Number 4, your goals need to be meaningful. And what I mean is they need to be meaningful to you. Too often I talk to entrepreneurs and business owners and they have created a goal just because somebody else in their industry achieved that, or because it's common inside of their niche and they think that's what they need to do too. But it really doesn't have much meaning to them, and it's not what success looks like to them. So I want you to really dig deep and see what would really feel good for you to achieve this year, and not feel good so that you can brag about it on Instagram or anything like that, but just feel good for you. What progress do you actually want to make inside of your business? And make sure your goals are meaningful, because this is really going to help you have more motivation throughout the year. Because let's face it, we don't have motivation every day, and that's why we're creating a plan and we're breaking down our goals so that we can show up and be committed and have discipline each week. But if you create a goal that's really important to you and that matters, you're going to have more motivation and it's going to make it easier for you to achieve it. So those are the 4 things that I want your goals to have. Once you've identified them, write them down. And now it's time for us to actually break your main or yearly goals down into monthly goals. Breaking down your goals is really where the magic happens, and this is where my favorite time management tool of time blocking really gets to shine and help you achieve your goals. Just as a reminder, I laid out all of these details for you inside of a goals roadmap download, and you can find the description in the link. So make sure you snag that. It's going to be super helpful in this process. So your next step is to look at your yearly goals, and now you're going to break them down into smaller chunks or monthly goals. So you might be asking, well, how do I break it down? What do I do? Let's go back to that example goal that I referenced earlier in regards to the email subscribers. If your yearly goal is to get 500 new subscribers this year, then what you would do to break it down is you would take 500 subscribers and divide that by 12 months, which equals about 41.6. So your monthly goal for each month of this year would be for you to gain 42 new email subscribers each month. Once your goal is broken down and you know exactly what you need to do to achieve your yearly goal, which in this example would be to get 42 new email subscribers, now you're going to start brainstorming action steps or tasks that you need to take each week to help you achieve that monthly goal. What I want you to do is write down anything that comes to mind of what you could do each week as an action step that's going to help you achieve that goal. Some action steps ideas to get 42 new email subscribers a month would be you could write a new blog every month and have the call to action be for them to sign up for your newsletter. You can create a freebie or a download, do a 7-day challenge that month, do a giveaway on one of your social media pages, and have the call to action be to sign up for your email so that they are entered to win. And those are just a few examples of things you could do each month. Once you've brainstormed every action step that you can think of for each of your 3 goals, it's time for you to move on to the next step, which is to list them out in order of when you need or should complete each of these action steps by. Make sure you give all of these a target completed date, because it's really going to help you stay on track and it's going to make it easier for you to plug them into your planner. Now that you have a solid list of action steps and tasks that you need to do each month so that you can reach your monthly goal, it's time for the final step, which is for you to actually plug them into your calendar. Now, I'm not saying you have to plug in every 52 weeks of the year right now, but what I want you to do is at least start off with the first month and actually time blocking for those action steps. Taking your goals and your action steps and incorporating them into a time management system like time blocking really helps you chip away at your goals every single week. Now, you don't have to complete an action step every week for all 3 goals. Sometimes you're going to be able to complete one action step a month and still get the results you need to achieve that monthly goal. Other times, you're going to want to work on each action step for a specific goal each week. It really just depends on your results, and make sure you fine tune and tweak those action steps as the year goes on, because you're going to find that some work better for you than others. One of the greatest benefits of completing a roadmap like this and really plugging in dates and breaking down your goals into action steps is it's going to take away so much decision making throughout the year. You don't have to wonder week by week, what am I supposed to do? What do I need to complete so that I can reach my goals? Instead, you've created a roadmap and now you know exactly the steps you need to take each week. So then that way, when you feel completely unmotivated and you don't want to work on anything, you have no excuse not to show up because you know what you need to get done. And that decision making really takes away any sort of procrastination that might want to bubble up inside of you. I really want you to celebrate completing this roadmap because this is huge. This is more than most entrepreneurs, business owners, or even people complete ever. So Be proud of yourself, be excited, and I'm so excited that you already got this far, so congratulations, my friend. If you're brand new to time blocking and you're not quite sure how you're going to time block for action steps, or you just want more support, then you can snag my free time blocking cheat sheet. The link is in the description below, or you can watch this video here and you'll learn some super helpful and simple tips about time blocking. Now, if you enjoyed this video, please hit like and subscribe. It means so much to me and it really helps me out. Here's to a fruitful year where you manage your time well and achieve your goals, and I will see you soon.